Mr. AI, where are you? You attempt to open the safe, but it will not budge. You note that it is not only much sturdier than any other safe you've come across, but it is covered with foreign locking mechanisms. On a small display in glowing red letters, you can make out the words, Biolocks, engage. There must be another step to unlocking this safe. Biolocks. Captain Communism. Where you going? Don't, you can't run. I don't know if any of these are Biolocks engaged. Biolocks. What, 100 ghouls appear outside? Jesus. Alright, there's a safe back here.
That's it.
Biometric data, there we go. Great. Cool, okay. And attempt to open the safe, but it will not budge. You note that, oh, wait. Oh, that's not good. Let's go to the computer downstairs. Extract. Oh. Was that not there before? So do I need to open this? Yeah. Awesome. Good news, Cal. Wherever the hell you are. Oh, did you clean? Oh, you cleaned up. I think. No, there's no way you clean this up that well. That's gotta be a different, different room. He's like, yeah, while you were gone, I made, this place unbelievably nice.
Wow, what a frickin' piss hole. Between the stench, the grime, and the skeletons, well, at least this terminal still has power. Anyway, you get that AI core?
Yeah, it's damn heavy. It was easy to find. It was hard to find. Got it right here. Got it right here.
Nice. Oh, this is still in great condition. Alright, now, let's take a look at what all is broken. Jeez, this place has seen some wear. I kind of figured most of the damage would be from external forces. So, we're looking at some significant damage. It says we'll need some new head gaskets, sealant, fasteners, and a turbine gyro? Wonderful. And that's just for repairs. I was thinking we should incorporate some upgrades as well, so that'll just translate to some more parts. We'll also need some more basic stuff, like medicine, water, and food rations. You should be able to source everything locally, but we may need to get creative. So all in all, bad, but not irreparable. Don't get me wrong, it'll definitely take some elbow grease, but we can handle it. On that note, the torpedo tubes are functional. I've already taken the liberty of sending a bunch of garbage through them. I'm not sure if you saw yet, but I cleaned out the quarters on the bridge deck and salvaged what I could. The cabin is all yours, Captain.
Oh, he did. Oh, nice. Alright.
Hi.
Damn, I really need to clean up this cesspool. Ah, there you are. I've got the lists all put together. Which one do you want first?
Give me all of them. Components?
Here's a list of components. Might want to bring out the big guns for the precinct. Gwai tend to hang around there.
Great, it's gonna be all places I've been to. Yep.
Oh, you're back. You got those components we need?
Tell me about Buzzards Bay.
Alright. What specifically did you have questions about?
Everything. Where were you?
I've been in a few places, actually. The Commonwealth, Buzzards Bay, and DC, with intermittent trips to Ipswich. That's about 40 years. And before you ask, yes, Poseidon played a role. So I'll start my story off in the capital. Spent a long time there. 20 years or so. The best way I could describe it is treasure hunting. Poseidon had influence all over the country, so it follows that they'd have caches everywhere. Most of the tech I found was relatively useless to me, so I sold a good chunk of it to traders. That's when I met a ghoul named Quinn. Quinn was a pretty stand-up guy. Got to know him well enough through the repeat business. He had medics and stim packs. I had scrap metal from the caches. Turns out, he ran supplies for a whole city of ghouls called Underworld. He showed me around, and I even lived there for a while. It was a tight-knit community, so Quinn was really the only one I got to know pretty well. Him and Winthrop, the mechanic. He needed the scrap metal. Things went like that for a few years, but it really picked up when the Brotherhood entered the scene. While I was out tracking another cache, I was confronted by one of their knights. Turns out, we were after the same thing. I stated my case that I found it first, but those assholes pretty much mugged me at laser point and forced me to turn over the tech. I figured they didn't know what they had, so I slipped them a dummy holotape with a little surprise on it. Serves them right. Unfortunately, this was not the last time I encountered them. In the mid-2250s, Quinn passed me an interesting rumor. Supposedly, there was a gathering of scientists at the old Jefferson Memorial. I figured they could use a tech expert, so I showed up. What I did not anticipate was the Brotherhood's involvement. Turns out, one of the guys from that patrol recognized me. And he was pissed. Bit of a firefight broke out, but his CO called him off before anything fun happened. Long story short, I was kicked out before I got to meet the scientists. Asshole. I think his name was Kasdan. No, something like that. Sometime after that, I moved to Buzzards Bay and lived with the Kita. Nice people, once they warm up to you. I always wondered why they acted so differently from the other tribes. I eventually found out that they weren't originally tribals. The Kita were initially traders, mercs, that sort of thing, before they got fed up with it all and settled down. They were well established when I showed up, but I did the best I could to help out. Turns out, I'm a bit of a green thumb. I did what I could to prop up those farms, and we got a few good hauls. But there's only so much you can do. Once the Bulawayo showed up on our doorsteps, though, everything changed. We lost a lot of good friends. Then, a few years later, Lawrence sends in his guys to stomp us back into the dirt. After that, I was one of the handful of people left. I just got sick of it all, you know? All the blood, all the bullshit. That led to the longest trip I'd made to Ipswich since before the war. I'd been going to Ipswich for decades, but this was different. I lived up here, alone, for a few years. It gets you thinking. Then I moved south to the Commonwealth, and the rest is history. Met some people, found some more caches. Oh, and that asshole mayor kicked me out of my house. That was real nice. I tried living in Good Neighbor after it settled down, but, well, I'm not a fan of Hancock. If we actually got to know each other, we'd probably try to put the other in the ground. So, there you have it. That's what I've been up to for the last few decades. Any other questions?
I was asking about the place. You mentioned wars?
Yeah, a few of them that I know of. The first being the skirmishes between the Bulawayo, the Draco, and New Falmouth. They gave each other their fair share of black eyes, but Lawrence's annexation or annihilation policy was the turning point. He stomped a lot of tribes into submission, even if they weren't a threat. This calmed things down for a while. After a year or two, things flared back up, but this time, the Federation was on the scene. These guys ripped the Bay a new one. The Federation decimated a number of tribes, and then retreated to New Falmouth in the eastern hinterlands. This left a massive power vacuum in the western hinterlands. Probably what made it so easy for this buzzard guy to take over. He's probably just a Legion Vanguard, but I don't know. Once the buzzards got situated, they waged a hell of a battle with New Falmouth and their lapdog, the Federation. The way I hear it, Buzzards Bay was filled with more blood than water. Unfortunately, there was a lot of collateral damage. Even the tribes that wanted nothing to do with their damn war lost dozens. Well, that just about brings us to now. Wounds are still healing, and these assholes are back at each other's throats. Real nice, huh? I guess some things never change. Anyways, you got more questions?
Yes, the factions.
Oh, joy. Yeah, I figured we'd have this conversation sooner or later. Pull up a chair, because this one's a doozy.
Uh-oh.
It's been a while since I've been in Buzzards Bay, but I assume it's the same. That said, there were 3 major players back then. The first is New Falmouth, or Novus Beneficia, if you want to be a dick about it. It started as a little fishing town owned by some land barons. I think that was in 2277. Eventually, it got enough of a reputation to catch the eye of Lawrence Angius. More like Anguish, but we'll get to that. Lawrence was incredibly business savvy. In a few short years, he turned that shanty town into a right city, with him at the top, of course. In the early days, he played the market by pitting the barons against each other. So while he was raking it in, these cats were losing their shirts. Lawrence certainly had experience with that. But that was just the start. Last I heard, the city's split in half between New and Old Falmouth. One half is incredibly prosperous, the other is a complete pisshole. And that's just scratching the surface of the city's problems. This brings us to the Raiders, 2 tribes, the Bulawayo and the Draco. Oh boy. So the Draco are a bit of a handful. They're a militaristic tribe with a penchant for taking all your shit. Naturally, New Falmouth, a city with a lot of shit, became a target. There were raids on caravans and attacks on the city, but nothing too major. Lawrence tended to just buy them off. The real problem was the goddamn Bulawayo. Sorry, they make life hell. They're the most savage bastards in the bay.
The buffalo
Animals,
people.
really.
Oh.
Where the Draco attacked for profit, the Bulawayo just slaughtered people for the hell of it. Towns, caravans, doesn't matter. Old Falmouth has been hit pretty hard by them a few times, and even after getting destroyed, they still send more tribals. After a while, Lawrence grew tired of losing his little colonies to the Bulawayo. This led to his famous annexation or annihilation decree. This brings us to our final faction, the people that just want to be left the hell alone. The Terrapin, the Zendos, the Black Cat, and the Kitakita. They were mostly peaceful and kept to themselves, the Kitakita especially. And that just about wraps up the old history. The rest of my info comes from rumors. I'll let you take a breather first. Ask me again when you're ready for part 2.
More about that's all. We can talk about that later. I have to go find...
Sure. It's a lot to take in. Give it some time to digest.
Still looking.
Okay, well, I still have some stuff to do around the sub. In the meantime, did you need something?
No, I just said Cal. Oh. I got 2 of them. Alright, so it's not just... It's just in this location somewhere. Hopefully I didn't pick it up before. Hopefully it, like, shows up when you come here, because otherwise we are gonna be screwed. Oh, we got it. Alright. Oh, this place. Got that. Red Lobster's closed. And let's go find this other one. Gasket. Mission accomplished. Alright, cool. Can head back now. Ooh, there's another head gasket. There we go. Okay, cool. Ooh, that was... oh no. If I had left and then I was like, oh, I was supposed to get another one, that would have been horrible. Oh, calm down there, Biggie Bones. Calm down there. No more dancing. You don't have time for dancing.
Oh, you're back. You got those components we need?
Got them right here. I have components, yes.
Ah, thank you. I'll get on those repairs. So what do you think of the AI core? I scrubbed the hell out of the stains and sent the rest of the garbage through the tubes. I think the smell will take a little longer though. Now then, let me take a look at my list. So we still need the upgrades and the rations. So, which list is up next?
Let's do rations. Any more components?
No, we just needed the stuff on that list.
Okay. Rations. Maybe talk to someone.
Here's a list of rations we need. Stay sharp in that city. Oh, and bring grenades. Trust me.
Yeah, I was already there. I fought 100,000 enemies. It's pretty horrible. Alright, we're back in town. I changed my AK to a less powerful version. Still fairly powerful, though. Oh, there we go. After facing a few dozen near-death experiences in Ipswich, you feel like you've gotten the hang of this savage land and have gained the Marshlander's Mettler perk. Ooh. Marshlander's Mettler perk. Let's see what that is. Marshlander's Mettler. Harsh and unforgiving marshlands of Ipswich have left you hardened mentally and physically. Instantly gain plus 10 damage resistance and plus 10 damage and poison resistance. Oh, nice. I'm gonna leave that pie there. Pie's not for me. It's for someone else. If someone else wants that pie, feel free to, you know. Okay. Take some of these. Yeah. Alright. We'll see you back at the submarine then. Actually, wait. There's a plane. Something over here I want to check out. Yeah, there it is. You know what? We're probably gonna have to come back to it. But screw it. Whatever. We'll just go to it. Ooh, in a church. Don't mind me, just destroying everything in my path. Get out of my way, I will murder you. We can't fast travel to these things, correct? Oh, we can fast travel. I thought because it was on the original map. Oh, okay. Well, that'll save us some trouble if we have to come back here in a few minutes. Come back here in a few minutes. Almost got stuck in a tree. Ow. Come back here in a few minutes. I almost got stuck in a tree. Oh my god. We're gonna run out of ammo. Red Lobster's closed. What did I say before? I said Red Lobster's closed. Everyone comes over here like Red Lobster's not closed. Come on. Red Lobster's closed. Get out of here. Where's your friend? There he is. Hey, what's going on? Did I miss anything? Oh. Oh, I'm dead. Yeah, we're probably gonna have to come back here. Church, we got a church, we got a house. Yeah, the church is right there, so... Whoa! A little late to the party. We need a Bible before we can leave. Find me one Bible. It's very necessary we find a Bible. Goofy ass bear, what are you doing? Ow. That really hurt. Well, you know what? When push comes to love. I also downgraded this. Still pretty powerful, but it's not a one-hit kill. And we leveled up. I think it's like a combination of a bunch of things. Like, I'm super high level, and all our guns are pretty good. I'm gonna have to get like a default character that's like leveled, I don't know, 30 or something.
Yes.
Didn't really want that pipe pistol, but we've gone too far now. Death by butt shot. He got far scumped. Get out of here with your spatula, SpongeBob. Alright.
Got it.
We'll be back, everybody. We'll be back. I think that's everything for church. Alright.
Oh, you're back. You got those rations I asked for?
Here you go. There you go. I have rations.
Show me what you got. Excellent. I'll make sure all this is on hand if we need them. Now then, let me take a look at my list. So we still need the upgrades, and that's it. Ready for the last list?
Yeah. Any more rations? Upgrades.
Here's the upgrades list. Be careful around the town hall. There's a real mean bastard around those parts.
Airlines wreckage. Yep, there we go. Okay. Let's just wanna
Oh, you're back. You find those upgrades all right?
talk. Buzzard's Bay. It's the factions, he said.
All right.
More about the factions.
All right. So these days, Lawrence has himself an attack dog, the Federation. Any difficulties he had with the tribals are no more. Being ex-Minutemen, they've got the equipment and the training to back it up. Some, I hear, ride Yao Guai into battle.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I know. But what scares me even more is this Bandit King guy.
Person.
He's from way out west, calls himself the Buzzard, and he's got a cult following.
Nice.
Sounds a bit like people are confusing these buzzards with Legion raiding parties, if you ask me. They have pretty similar tactics. At least, I hope it's a mix-up. Traders have told me that even the Bulawayo are scared of him. That better not be true. But if these guys can go toe-to-toe with the ex-Minutemen of the Federation, geez, sounds like the Bay is worse off than when I left. And finally, you got some Atlanteans. A group as brutal as the Legion, but not the Legion, the Buzzards? Far-fetched. But Atlanteans? Bullshit. Allegedly, they could put the fear of God into the Brotherhood and the Enclave. That's nonsense. No one's got that kind of hardware. Well, some Poseidon prototypes could, but no one's got the tech to create another, let alone outfit an entire army. So there you have it, the laundry list of people that want to control Buzzard's Bay. Any other questions?
Let's, I want to ask him about himself, because we didn't get to that.
Sure.
Tell me about you, Cal. Let me know.
Oh, well, alright. What did you want to know?
Why come to Ipswich, buddy?
Truthfully, I'm not sure. At first, I thought it was just nostalgia, but it's gotta be more than that. I mean, look around. It wasn't like this. Before the war, it was a bright little town, but now it's a shadow of its former glory. What could be nostalgic about that? Something about coming back is just cathartic. It's quiet and lonely, but it's a good place to just step back from everything and take a breath. I've needed to do that a few times, but the longest trip, after the Kita were slaughtered, that one was different. But that's a story for another time. What other questions did you have?
What's your favorite color? Why Poseidon caches?
To begin with, it was just to pass the time. It was more curiosity than anything else. But once I found the Phoenix 2, that all changed. From then on, I've been searching for the Phoenix 6. This is the closest I've ever been. Even if it's just because of process of elimination. I just hope that after all this time it's still there. Actually, that's the kind of thinking you want to avoid, Captain. It is there.
And I am the captain.
Positive thinking, you know? A friend of mine sold me on it. You live as long as I have, with as many disappointments, it's easy to get discouraged. I guess that's part of why I keep coming back to Ipswich. Anyway, what other questions did you have?
Hey, you were in one of those logs, weren't you? Who are you, Cal? Who are you really?
Who am I? My full name is Calvin Howe, and before the war, I was one of Poseidon's computer scientist grunts. I work primarily in R&D. I was stationed in Ipswich when the bombs fell, and like most pre-war ghouls, lost everything and everyone.
Nice.
I've since spent my years wandering America's remains, hunting tech or just helping people out. You'd be amazed how many opportunities you get. That's about it. What else did you want to know?
If you could turn into any type of animal, which one would it be?
You got it.